Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another one of my live streams. So this is a little bit of an impromptu live stream. I don't truly have a deep agenda, but there is something that I want to follow up with you guys on. There's something I want to show you. And then maybe what we'll do is we'll just open this thing up and we'll have a free for all chat. So hopefully people that are watching this right now will have had an opportunity to watch the video that I released earlier today on the channel, in which I talked about a speculation book that is tied to Galactus and also tied to Donny Cates. And I guess I should say like an undervalued key, if you will, right? Not necessarily speculation per se, but it is a book that I don't know that people know a whole lot about. And so I wanted to kind of spread the word on that book. So hopefully you guys have watched that video because what will happen in this video will potentially make a whole lot more sense. So let me say hello to some comic book soldiers that have joined me here in the room, and then we're going to go ahead and get things started. I saw Matt here. Here he is. Matthew, how you doing, brother? He says, Gibbon gang in the evening. Hawkeye, how you doing? My man, Jerry, Master Blasters in the house. Always good to see you, bro. Good to chat with you the other day. Tina is in the house. Tina's good to see you. Mark, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you. Jerry over here is like, Reggie throwing up great content at us. Man, that is the goal, brother. Every single day that I release a video, the goal is to try to release some good content that either informs or entertains someone in some shape or form. And if I get it right, then it's a little bit of both, and we try to do what we can on a daily basis. So scrolling through the names here, seeing who else is here. James is in the house. How you doing? High Voltage Mark is in here. Scrolling. Chuck, how you doing, brother? H Factor is in the house. Scott says, what's up, comic book soldiers? Orb is in here. All right, there you go. So I just wanted to say hello. I see Ace is in here. Definitely I want to thank everybody for taking a little bit of time out of their respective day to actually join me. So as I was saying a few moments ago, I hope that everyone has had an opportunity to head over to the page to take a look at the video that was dropped earlier today. I became aware of, I think, a really cool book. I'm not sure how many people were actually aware of this book prior to my video, but I thought it was kind of cool. And I'll tell you, I actually am a little disappointed in myself. I'm a little disappointed in myself because I actually had that book, that very book that I showed, in my hands while hunting in Illinois, specifically in Granite City, Illinois, at a comic shop called Bigfoot Comics. I was there. Oh man, it might have been, it was earlier in 2019. And I was there and I had the book in my hand and I actually felt like I was spending too much money. So I put the book back. And then, of course, just recently realized the significance of the book and kind of kicked myself just a little bit. It's one of those things when you're spending a lot of money, or at least you feel like you're spending a lot of money, you try to make some decisions, right, about what you need versus what you want. And so I made the call not to get the book at that time. So I am stalling here just a little bit as I open up this parcel that I have been waiting for it to arrive so that I could show you guys what is inside of this thing. So bear with me. See if you guys are talking in the chat. Let's see what you guys are talking about. Greek Freak knows exactly what I'm talking about. He is talking about, I'm talking about this comic shop called Bigfoot Comics. And I think Bigfoot Comics used to be like in the same city as Greek Freak. And it was in a cool location before. I had a chance to hit it when it was in Granite City a couple of times. And then the shop like closed down for a little while as they were going through a couple of things. And they opened back up in a new location. I want to say it's in Belleville. I think it's in Belleville. And I had an opportunity while I was in Illinois to hit the shop again and I did some damage. I did some damage in the shop and ended up buying like a huge stack of ASM that they had there on hand. And yeah, I did some damage. I did some damage. So what is this new show on Animal Planet? Man, I'm telling you, if Animal Planet knows what's good for them, they will have a show that is all about the gibbon, because we make the gibbon popular up in here. If you guys haven't seen, I put up on Instagram earlier today my little gibbon gaggle. It was I have now a collection of gibbon Amazing Spider-Man 110. So I actually put up a photo of that. So you guys saw the video from a few days ago. You know exactly where a couple of those books came from. So yeah, just cool stuff. Let's see what else you guys are talking about. Scrolling through some of the comments here. I've seen that Thor #1 in my LCS for the last few weeks. Grabbed the last one today. Man, here's the thing though, that I don't know if you guys appreciated this. In the photo that I used for the thumbnail earlier today, I used this like a baby blue almost. And that baby blue, there is a Thor #1 variant that came in that baby blue. And I want to say that this book was actually sort of expensive when I looked at it. Well, actually, when someone sent it to me, was asking my opinion of it, I want to say that this variant was like over $100 at the time. And it was basically just a baby blue cover. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And when I thought about the thumbnail for the video that dropped today about the undervalued key for Galactus tied to Donny Cates, that I decided to use that color because I just thought it was cool. I thought it was cool. So scrolling through, seeing what else you guys are talking about. What is this? Regie, my LCS is selling a Spider-Man 300 raw 9.2. What do you think is a fair price for that? Let me get back to you on that. What I typically recommend to people is that they head over to like Comics Price Guide or GoCollect.com and try to figure out what the going price is. And we can actually do that, but not yet. Give me a second. Let me get through this, and then I promise I will circle back if you remind me, Anthony, about that question. So earlier today, I told you guys about an undervalued key that was tied to Donny Cates. That was basically a Galactus book. And I thought it was a really cool book when I found out about it. And I told you in that video that I actually purchased 4 copies. I purchased a newsstand, a regular edition, and then I also purchased 2 slabs. I picked up 2 slabs of this book because, again, I thought it was really cool, right? I thought it was a really cool book that actually went into detail on some things related to Galactus. And I don't want to give it away because I still want you guys to go watch that video and see all the details, because I spent some time on that video, right? So I'm not going to give you the details here, but I thought it was a really cool book. And so I decided to pick up, 4 copies of it. And I actually picked up 2 copies of this right here, 9.8 of that particular book. And this is Super Villain Classics #1. It is a Bob Layton cover, but it also has interior work by Jack Kirby. And it's actually a really cool book. And if you go look at the video that I dropped earlier today, I kind of explain everything related to this book and show some internal panels. So I bought 4 copies. I bought 4 copies because I plan to keep 3 of those copies for myself. And one of those copies, this one right here, or the other one, because they're basically the same. One of these copies is going to be given away as part of this week's Go Collect giveaway. So if you are interested in picking up this awesome book, all you have to do is head over to the community tab in a couple of moments. You key in a phrase that I'm going to give you in a couple of moments, and you are basically in the running, right? You plug in 3 pieces of information. 2 of them are related to you. 1 of them is a phrase that I'm going to give you. You're in the running. And then all you have to do is to tune into the Ready, Set, Go preview show, which airs on Sunday night at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, to find out if you are the winner. And so I know a couple of people actually went out after that video dropped and they actually picked up a couple of copies of the book. I don't think anyone picked up a 9.8 slab. So this is still a pretty cool book. And like I said, I have 2 copies of it. 1 copy is going to be given away to you guys, thanks to the folks over at Go Collect. So bear with me. I'm actually going to see if I can give you guys the phrase, and I'm going to put it on screen just so that everyone has all of the information that they need. So the phrase for this week is gaggle. And I think I spelled that correctly. Gaggle is the phrase. Why gaggle? gaggle because earlier today I was talking about the gibbon gang, and a gaggle is a group of geese, or it is a collection of people, if you will, that make a lot of noise. And so if you have a bunch of gibbons, they make noise, hence gaggle of gibbons. I like to have fun. Okay. So that is this week's Go Collect giveaway phrase. It is gaggle. And so I want to head over real quick to Go Collect. Let me see if I can share my screen here. We're actually going to look up the FNV. What is this? Would like to record this computer screen. Man, I inadvertently updated or upgraded my computer, and because I was having some issues, and whoa, what is this saying? You may quit Google Chrome. No, we don't want to do that. That is not what we want to do. I actually cannot share my screen right now. I need to upgrade a couple of things more. I ended up inadvertently upgrading the computer because something wasn't working right. Come to find out, I didn't need to upgrade it. Now that I've upgraded it, there are things that don't work. So it is a little bit of a cluster, but I'm actually going to head over to Go Collect right now and see if I can look up this price right now and tell you guys what the FMV of this particular book happens to be. And you'll have to just take my word for it, or you head over to Go Collect yourself and look it up. So this is Supervillain Classics #1. This is a 9.8, and I am not signed in. I am like unprepared for this live stream. I'm gonna just tell you right now, nothing is going my way. So bear with me as I try to search here real quick and see what we see. Reload that particular page, see if we can get that time. All right. So basically I did a quick refresh here, and there's been some sales of this book around the $150, $169, $150, $132, $200 range. All of those sales were in the back half of 2019, right? So we basically have a price of roughly $132 all the way up to about $200 for a 9.8 of this particular book that we are going to be giving away. So I definitely want to encourage you guys, if you're interested in winning this book, gaggle. Gaggle is the phrase that you guys need to enter in. You head over to the community tab, you find the post where I'm talking about this week's Go Collect giveaway. You plug in some information and you are automatically in the running. So there you go. Let me see what else you guys are talking about. There's an error on MailChimp. Is there? That is ungood. That is ungood. Let me log into MailChimp and see what the issue might be. So thank you, Jerry, for flagging that for me, brother. Let me see if I can log in here and see if there's something I can straighten out. Okay, that is not good right there. All right, let's try something else. Try this one right here. Try to log in and see what we see. All right, so bear with me. Again, a lot of crazy stuff happened to me this week. I was actually ran into some issues with that is, why is that? All right, let me hit that real quick and let's see if that works. Can you go back and try to refresh? Let me see if that works. I ran into some issues with MailChimp earlier this week. Ran into a little bit of conflict with these guys where they said I violated some kind of company policy, and I kind of challenged them on it because I did not believe that I had violated a policy. So it looks like everything is working right now. They said that I violated some policy, so I was going back and forth with them for a couple of days, basically illustrating that their policy said one thing and I had not done that thing. So how can I violate a policy if I had not done what they suggested that I was doing? And so in the end, I did not win. In the end, I did not win. And so I bent to their will. So Randy Resnake, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you. So hopefully you guys can go ahead. It looks like it may be working right now. Scott says that it's working. So you guys just let me know if you're seeing anything different on your side. And you definitely have my apologies. A little bit of a battle with them. So let me see. All right. Put up in Kate's hit. All right. So let me do real quick. So My man Anthony had a question here, and Anthony, unfortunately, I cannot share my screen with you because that is like the ideal way to do this, right? So you have my apologies because technically, I'm having some technical issues here. So what I'm doing right now is I'm actually on comicspriceguide.com, right? And I use comicspriceguide.com for raw book prices. I like them for raw book prices. I love Go Collect for slabs. Go Collect only has slab prices. If they had raw, I use them for everything, but they don't. They don't have raw. So I use Comics Price Guide for raw prices. So I'm actually on Comics Price Guide right now. I have searched for Amazing Spider-Man 300, and you mentioned that the book. Oh man, I'm not even signed in over here. So again, I had to update everything. And so nothing is working right now. Let me try to go a different route here real quick. Comicspriceguide.com. So we're going to type in Amazing Spider-Man and we're going to look to see what we see. So Amazing Spider-Man 300. I think you said that it was a 9.2. So I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to look here for a 9.2. And the going price right now for a 9.2 raw, is $360. Let me see if I can scroll up and see your comment. I want to say you mentioned that it was like $300. Actually, I'm not going to be able to find it. If you can type it back in there, that'd be cool. But I'm looking at a 9.2 on comicspriceguide.com. It says that a 9.2 is $360 raw. The graded book is $720. And the big difference is that, a raw book is kind of subjective, right? It is kind of a subjective grade. That the third party grading is basically a certification if you will, of that grade. And that's why the value is higher, right? So it says $350. So again, if the book is truly a 9.2, $350 is not bad. Now, here's the thing. If the book is a 9.0, let's say that the person is off by 0.2, the value is $338. Let's say that they're off by more, by 8.5, that is a $315 book based upon comicspriceguide.com. If, however, you get that book clean pressed, and it improves the appearance of that book, and it gets up to a 9.4. That's $375 for a raw book, and $510 if it happens to get up to a 9.6. So I don't know that $350 is a bad price for a raw Amazing Spider-Man. Part of the question becomes, how good are your grading skills, right? How good are your grading skills? Can you look at that book and evaluate for yourself if that book is indeed at least a 9.2? And if your skills are solid and you trust this person you're buying from, I think that that's a smoking deal. I think that it's a smoking deal. And so actually it's a fair deal. It's not a smoking deal. It's probably a fair deal, right? So let me go over real quick here. I want to look at the pricing on Go Collect. And what I will always tell people is that it's impossible to compare one pricing service's price to another because there are different means through which they actually evaluate these prices, right? Different data sources, different periods in which they refresh their data, all that kind of stuff. So if you look at Go Collect has a graded comic right now, an Amazing Spider-Man 300 9.2 at $375. That is what they're estimating it to be. And if I click on that, you can see that there are basically a couple of books, 376, 343, 350, 420, 370. Those are some of the recent prices for a graded Amazing Spider-Man. And again, the prices are a little bit different on Comics Price Guide. They actually have it for $720, and Go Collect actually says 300 and some odd bucks. So again, just something to be aware of. All right. So hopefully that helps you, brother. Says, thanks for the advice. You are very welcome, my friend. I am always happy to help. So here's a question. I knew that this was going to come. As soon as I saw it earlier today, I knew that this was going to come up. So, Randy's asking the question whether I saw CGC's new shipping bundles. Looks like they took a hint from you about shipping. Let me look. I saw I saw the email, but I did not read the email. So let me see if I can find it. I think somebody emailed it to me as well. Somebody sent it to me and was like, hey, can you get one of these and do a review? Let me see if I can find it. I don't even know. So many email addresses and points of contact. Maybe it was in Instagram. Let me head over to Instagram and see whether they sent it there. So many messages. I actually don't even see it. Dang it. I hate that. I don't see this message. Bear with me, people. Bear with me. Oh, here we go. All right. So I found the email. So this is CGC 20 years of grading excellence. Shipping kits now available. Show your book some love. CGC shipping kits make it easy to safely pack your raw comic books for their trip to CGC. The kits are perfect for all kinds of collectors, whether you're a new submitter who's nervous, fragile. Kits include 2 sizes. That's awesome. So yeah, maybe they did take a hint from me. Because if you guys haven't seen the videos, basically what I do is I basically take what CGC sends out and I just I repackage it and I send it right back to them in the exact same box. I literally outside this room have 3 boxes sitting for CGC to go back to them at some point. That's cool. That's cool. They actually have a tutorial on here, a small kit shipping tutorial and a large shipping kit tutorial. So that's cool. That's cool. Maybe they did. Who knows? Maybe they always had, maybe they always did have the idea. Who knows? What is this? A bit of a stretch. What's a little bit of a stretch, Joe? Does it come with blue painters? I'm gonna have to check it out, man. I'm gonna have to check it out. Literally, I saw it as I was coming into the house, and I didn't get a chance to really read it earlier, so I'll have to check it out. Let me see what else you guys are talking about. Joe was saying it's a little bit of a stretch. You're gonna have to give me more context for that, brother. And it's 1G, REGIE. See it right there, REGIE, 1E, 1G. So let me know what you're talking about. They should give you 10% for using your ideas. Who knows? Who knows that they're using my ideas? I actually reached out to them today because we've been meaning to talk for I don't know, like 4 months, and we just haven't made the time. So I sent them a message and was like, so you think we can talk soon? So we'll talk and see what's up. What is this? Hey, Reggie, how do I get your episode 40 podcast on insurance? The easiest way, man, honestly, if you head over to the search and you type in Regie Collects, I'm doing right now, insurance, you should pull it up. Typically, yeah, if you search, you can actually pull it up. And I apologize, I cannot share. I just discovered that I can't share because I upgraded the computer last night really late. And so if you search for Regie Collects Insurance, you will actually pull up. There are 3 videos in which I spend time talking about insurance. The first one is Comic Book Insurance 101. And this is actually an interview. I think this is the one that was an interview that I did with Collect Insure, with the director of collectible insurance from Collect Insure, which is the company that I use to insure my collection. And then the next one is Protect Your Comics from Loss, how to value comic books, and will insurance, that being homeowners insurance, cover comics. That's the second video. And then there's a third here where collection in order to get insurance. And so those are 3 videos that I would definitely encourage people to watch. And if you search for Regie Collects Insurance, you will find all 3 of those videos very, very easily. All right. Comic Corpse is in the house. How you guys doing? It's good to see you. The employee at Home Depot. So how many rolls of blue paint? Bro, you can never have too many rolls of blue painter's tape. You really can't. I am getting a little low. Show you guys my stash. I'm getting a little low on my stash. I'm down from 9 rolls to basically this many rolls, 4 rows. Yeah, I buy in bulk, man. I buy in bulk. What is this? What happened to the 65? What happened to the 65 Mustang? The ex-wife claimed the 1965 V8 Coupe that was a medium red with 3 Wimbledon white racing stripes. There was a standard Wimbledon stripe down the middle and then a 1-inch stripe on either side of that one. Black interior with the pony backrest. Loved that car. I believe that it is currently in Seattle being driven by the ex-wife's father. And the thing about it is that that was the price of freedom, and I was glad to pay it. So, finger biting. Let me see what else you guys are talking about. I'll scroll back up through some of the comments here. No, and again, Scott, it does not come with the blue painter's tape, but that would be a dead giveaway that it was actually my idea. But no, I'm definitely, you know, it's one of those things, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Man, brother, 3M needs to hook me up with some stock and some shares. That's all I'm saying to you. I reached out to them and said, hey, can we partner together on this thing? Cause I talk about blue painter's tape. They didn't respond. But I think it's really cool, man. You know, if CGC has taken some hints from some things that I've done here on the channel, I think it's fantastic, right? I know for a fact that CGC watches the channel. I know for a fact that CBCS watches the channel because I've spoken to some of their people and they're like, yeah, we actually subscribe to your channel. So I know for a fact that, and I know Go Collect, and I know that the folks over at Comics Price Guy and the Collector's Resource and Comic Mount, I know that a lot of these folks watch the channel, and I think it's fantastic, man. I think it's fantastic that we as a comic book community have an opportunity to speak to those people that are basically supporting our community, that are supporting our hobby. I think that that is fantastic. And if people take away some things from the videos that I put out, I think that that's fantastic too. I really do. It does not bother me in the least. And the truth is, maybe they had this idea all along, you know? So let me see what else you guys are talking about. I went, Tina, you know, when I sent that message, it was probably what, 6 months ago? 6 months ago, I sent that message to them, and yeah, no love from 3M. And I was like, man, talk about you guys all the time. I love you. And there was no reciprocation. So for those that are just now popping into the room here, I wanted to let you guys know that this is the Go Collect giveaway for this week. If you did not see the video that I released earlier today at 3:30 p.m. Pacific time, I definitely want to encourage you to head over to the channel, check out that video, because that video gives you a lot of the backstory on this particular book right here and why I think it's really cool. But this is the Go Collect giveaway for this week. And here is the phrase. The phrase is gaggle. Gaggle is the phrase. Why? Because earlier today, I put up a photo of Gibbons and I was calling it the Gibbon gaggle, hence the phrase Gibbon gaggle or gaggle as the phrase for this week. So good luck to everyone that enters this week's giveaway. I hope that you guys will still tune into the videos that are dropping from the channel later this week. I will tell you that there is a video, I want to say, that comes out tomorrow that you don't want to miss. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. You do not want to miss the video that I'm dropping tomorrow. It is really fun. It is a really fun video. And it's a video that I think you guys will not only enjoy, but there is a call to action. There is a call to action in that video as well. And it is a meaningful call to action, because there is something that I'm going to do with that information that you are going to leave in the comment section. So if you like the things that I do here on this channel, the best way to continue like supporting that stuff is to get involved, right? To comment, to leave the thumbs up, all that kind of stuff, because it absolutely sends a message to the folks, as I mentioned, that are watching this channel, because it creates opportunities for us to be able to do other stuff, right? And so I recently had one of the giveaways that we did for the room makeover, right? All of the sponsors have reached out to me and was like, hey, we have sent out this, that, and the other. We are sending things out. Everything has been sent out to the people that participated and or won the contest. And I think what they did is Comics Price Guy, for example, gave first place a year's subscription to their service. So they basically have free membership to comicspriceguide.com for the next year, which is really cool. And I think second place got maybe 3 months or something like that. And I think they each got a couple of books, which I think is fantastic. Free membership to a pricing guide. I mean, that's pretty cool. If we buy comics, you need to know the prices. And so they hooked them up with that. But I think every single person has all the sponsors have sent out everything to everyone already. I've had a couple of people like show me teasing photos of what they've received. And are like, you have to stay tuned for the video, which I respect. I respect it. But where I was going is that one of the sponsors immediately sent me a message and they were like, so what's next? What's the next big giveaway? Right. I think it's really cool when people participate in these things and are like, hey, we want to do more. And it is a direct reflection of like the 60 people that are in this room right now that are commenting, that are giving thumbs up to the videos, that are leaving comments behind. All of this stuff puts me in a position to continue like negotiating with people to do things. So I want to just say, I want to put that out there so you guys know what's up. What is this? I'm still learning X-Men, but definitely see where Reed is coming from. I think you guys are having another conversation. Reggie, a group of Gibbons is a troop. Yes, I am aware. I am aware of that. But I was having fun with the word gaggle for whatever reason. A gaggle is technically a group of ducks, but the secondary definition of gaggle is a group of individuals that makes a lot of noise. And so a group of gibbons, which is what I was trying to show, actually make a lot of noise. A single gibbon makes a lot of noise. And so I was like, well, we're going to call it a giggle of gabbin, or I'm sorry, a gaggle of gibbons. And I guess I could have gone with group, but I was looking for alliteration and that did not pop into my mind, Jerry. Yeah, I probably comment too much, says Sean. Brother, there is no such thing as commenting too much. That's like saying you can give too many thumbs up. That is a lie. You cannot thumbs up too much. I mean, technically you can only thumbs up once, but I think you know what I mean. Room sponsors were awesome, man. They hooked it up. They really did. So there's a comment here from Greek Freak as to whether I'm going to read X-Men versus Fantastic Four. The answer is yes. The answer is yes. And, I mentioned this before when I was reading and talking a lot about House of X and Powers of 10, about how what Jonathan Hickman was basically doing was laying a foundation for some really fantastic stuff that was going to come. And if you guys remember from one of those scenes in I think it was probably House of X, there was a scene between Cyclops and the Fantastic Four where Scott was basically like, so tell Franklin that we said hello, or tell Franklin that I said hello. And that was meaningful because that was all that really happened in that scene. That was meaningful because Franklin is arguably one of the most powerful entities in Marvel Comics. He is the son of Sue and Reed Richards. He is a member of the Freedom Foundation. He is also a mutant. And so this X-Men versus Fantastic Four, from what I think is going to happen, is going to be centered around Franklin Richards and him being between the mutants on Krakoa and his family known as the Fantastic Four. And I'm going to be honest with you, I cannot wait to read it. Cannot wait to read it. I think that it's going to be fantastic. I actually have the original X-Men versus Fantastic Four series. I have the original Avengers versus versus X-Men, and also have XA versus X. I like those versus series. I think that they're really cool. So that was the long answer. The short answer, yes. I think it's going to be dope. In fact, I sent a message over to one of my LCSs and was like, make sure that is on my list because I want to be part of it. Matthew, we are not giving away My Little Pony. We're not going to do it. We might give away Smurfs 1. We might do that, but My Little Pony, probably not. I will show you guys. This came earlier today. This is a box. And inside this box right here are multiple Go Collect giveaways that are going to be released over the next several weeks. Yeah, it's going down. It's going down. So definitely stay tuned because there's some cool stuff that's going to be coming out from the folks over at Go Collect. Because I went shopping. And I had some fun and I picked up some really, really cool stuff. What is this? Who's got 2 thumbs? Oh, you're a nut. You are a You are a nut. Yeah, you know, I have to have fun. I have to have fun, man. I mean, that is a fat box. I'm gonna be honest. So here's the thing. I came home, and as soon as I stepped inside the door, there was a couple of packages and for my wife, and probably more for my kids than my wife. And then there was this one. There was this box. I saw this box. I saw the size of it, and I was like, that must be nope. Is that the right box? Yeah, that's the right box. And I saw this box, and I was like, that must be the order that I placed, right? The Go Collect order that I went shopping for. And I took it to the room. And then like an hour later, I hear the doorbell ring. I go to the door. I'm like, who is this? I open the door. It's the United States Postal Service worker. And on the porch is a package. And I'm like, well, all right. So I signed for the package, and then I picked the package up, and it is the order. It is what I ordered for the giveaways. So I'm like, now I'm confused. So I walk back to the room. I look at this other box, and what is written on this other box is Comic Karma. It says Comic Karma on the box. So it's some giveaway. I'm sorry, it's some AOK from somebody. I actually don't know what it is. I'm actually going to open it and film it here in just a moment. But just cool stuff. I mean, I have no clue who sent me that box, but we'll open it up and we'll see what's inside. So setting that hook in this. Oh man, baby's got box, man. Baby's got box, and baby's got a good box cutter. Shout out for the box cutters. There you go. You guys are awesome. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. There is some serious filming that I need to get to, but I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me just a little bit this evening. I hope that you enjoyed this live stream. Again, the Go Collect giveaway is this really fantastic Supervillain Classics #1. If you want to hear all the details behind it, I definitely want to encourage you to watch the video that was released a little bit earlier today. Stay tuned, because there's a couple of other really cool videos that are going to be coming out on Thursday and Friday. I don't think you want to miss them, especially the video that is coming out on Thursday. I think you want to watch that video because it is really cool. It's a really cool video. But if you guys need me, I definitely want to encourage you to reach out to me. And there's a couple of ways that you can do it. You can do it on Instagram, which is my preferred, which is Regie Collects, REGIE Collects. You can find me there, or you can send me an email to Regie@RegieCollects.com. Regie@RegieCollects.com. That is my email address, but my preferred is Instagram. If you guys need me, I am not too hard to find. And again, I see a couple of people coming into the chat right now. If you guys missed it, I showed the Go Collect giveaway a short while ago. So go back, watch the replay for the book and also the phrase. Thank you guys very much. Have a good night.